Two top 25 teams in the NAIA. Two bitter rivals that has seen Montana Tech be on the winning side more often than not. Raiders looking to flip the script on their home turf. Both teams have taken the field. We're about to get underway. You're watching Southern Oregon Raiders football live on SOURaiders.com or listening live on the Ace Sports Radio Network. Danny Alvarez is back to kick this one away. Levi Torgerson, the ace return man for Montana Tech, is back, along with Nate Milanowski. Fielded inside the 5 by Torgerson. He cuts right and gets hit inside the 20. There on the stop, JoJo Sizz. And Montana Tech will start the game at their own 17-yard line. Jarrett Wilson is the quarterback in the shotgun. Torgerson to his right, and in the backfield as Torgerson flexes out. They hand the ball off to Wykees Johnson, who immediately makes a cut and falls forward for a gain of 4. It's a testament to the run game and of Montana Tech, and specifically the talent of Wykees Johnson. I mentioned in the pregame, Montana Tech runs the ball 3 times as often as they pass it. They're going to go with pass here. Over the top, wide open is Nick Michelotti. And Michelotti gets tackled out of bounds after a huge gain. And when you have such an effective run game, opens up play action, leaves you vulnerable over the top, and that time the Raiders got caught getting a little too aggressive getting into the backfield. So a fresh set of downs on the Raiders 35. Wilson takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson stopped at the line. A convergence of black jerseys limits Johnson to a yard. Jalen Speed and Gabe Foster in there on the tackle for Southern Oregon. The home team being urged on by the fans. Chance of defense here at Raiders Stadium. 2nd and 9 from the 34. Wilson going to throw it again. Pass is caught and then is immediately dropped. Torgerson on the reception and immediately tackled by Spencer Cuffle. Going to bring up 3rd and long. Let's say 3rd and about 4. A favorable spot. But an opportunity for Burke Brown's defense to put up a stand here. Johnson in the backfield with Wilson. Shotgun snap. Wilson going to take it himself, runs up the gut, dives for the first. I don't think he got it. It's going to be really close. One official is marking him short. The other one was walking on the line, now takes a step or two just inside, and it is going to be 4th down. So the Raiders put up a 3rd down stand. But Montana Tech, they're going to go for it here. So 4th down and inches. Let's see what this Raider defense has. They hand it off to Johnson, and he's going to barrel through for the 1st down. That's the luxury of having one of the best backs in the conference in Wykees Johnson in your backfield. Those 4th and inches feel almost guaranteed. So 1st and 10 from the 24 now. Wilson settling in the shotgun. Hands it off to Johnson, who cuts left and is dropped immediately. Jalen Speed in the backfield. Johnson able to fall forward back to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll give him a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. This team, as there's a early movement on the line, and you see the frustration on the Raiders' side. Now the offside penalty will push the Ore Diggers 5 yards closer, bring up 2nd and 4 from the 18. Nick Michelati had that big reception on this drive earlier today. Is at the near side of your screen. Wilson's going to keep it, going to go over the top for Micheletti again, and a flag is thrown. Jalen Speed inside of Michelati's jersey. We'll see if that penalty goes against Southern Oregon. The officials confer. And it is indeed pass interference on the Raiders' cornerback, Jalen Speed. So 1st and goal from the 2. For Montana Tech. Raider Stadium getting loud. They hand it off to Johnson, bounces outside and gets into the end zone for an Ore Diggers touchdown. So Johnson finishes the 82-yard drive. The big play was the pass over the top, reeled in by Nick Michelati. That went for about 35 yards. Point after attempt is good. Montana Tech strikes first. It's 7-0. Your Raiders set for their first offensive drive of the game. Special teams on the field. Brandon Barthel and Alkai Grace, your return mans for the red and black. Ryder Baranowski is going to boot this one away for the Ore Diggers. Gets a lot on it, and that ball will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So the Raiders will start on their own 25-yard line. Dom Montiel in command behind this Raiders offensive line. Fresh Ison is joining him in the backfield. The first offensive play for the Raiders. Montiel going to air it out on the slant. Pass is caught by Donovan Glover. Gets a couple extra yards after the catch, and that'll move the chains. Two wide receivers to each side for Montiel. Fakes the handoff, pass is deflected. That was Wyatt DeVos, the defensive lineman for Montana Tech, getting his mitt on that pass attempt. 2nd and 10 for Southern Oregon. Again, Ison in the backfield with Montiel. They're going to hand it off to Ison. Looking to make a move, but a lot of penetration in the backfield. And Ison will get stopped for a loss. So 3rd and long now for this Raiders offense. Three wide receivers to the quarterback Montiel's right. He sends Glover out in motion. They're going to air it down the far sideline. Incomplete. Trevor Jasko was the intended receiver. And Christian Hansen, playing tight coverage, breaks up the pass. And that will bring up 4th down. Levi Torgerson, the return man for Montana Tech. Calls for a fair catch and has it just outside the 30. So Montana Tech, the offense back on the field, leading 7-0. You're listening to Raiders football live on the Ace Sports Radio Network or watching on SOURaiders.com. 8 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ball handed off to the running back, Wykeese Johnson again, and stopped at the line. So far, the Raiders have done a decent job early in this game of limiting Johnson. The big play actually came on a pass to Nick Michelotti. Johnson on the ground, limited in his effectiveness, but was able to punch it in from a couple yards out earlier in this first quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 30. They hand it off to Johnson again. He's got a hole, makes a move, and is tackled after a gain of about 5. Ricky House there on the tackle. A 3rd and 5 from the 35. Michelotti, the man in motion. Wilson drops back. He's going to take it himself. He's got room to run, and he will. Wilson rather, crossing the 45-yard line, was looking for more. Finally, Spencer Kuffel there on the tackle.
Gain of 13 yards, first down Montana Tech at the 48.
Wilson not shy to make plays happen with his legs. Picks up a fresh set of downs for the Diggers. They hand it off to Johnson again. And again, Raiders able to limit the damage. Seems early like the game plan for Coach Brown is anybody but Wykeese Johnson. Anybody but him. And so far, Jarrett Wilson, the quarterback, making things happen. Moving the chains. 2nd and 10 here. From Montana Tech's 48. Wilson will take it himself again and is tackled from behind. Josue Santos putting the hurt on the Diggers QB. So another 3rd and long situation forced by Southern Oregon. Nate Milanowski is in the backfield along with the QB Wilson. 2 receivers to Wilson's right. He steps back. Pass is caught. No, it's dropped over the middle. Intended target was Derek Pierce, the tight end. Almost able to bring it down. Was looking to turn upfield before he fully secured the football. And the pressure from the Raiders back line able to cause that drop. So the Raiders force a punt with 5 minutes, 31 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Montana Tech leading 7-0. Punt is away. And fielded cleanly by Brendan Barthel. Barthel still on his feet and finally gets wrapped up as he crosses the 25. 5:18 remaining in the first quarter. You're watching Raiders football live on SOURaiders.com or listening live on the Ace Sports Radio Network. A media timeout has been taken. Give me the opportunity to have a couple of birthday shout-outs today. One Tyler Safran, happy birthday, friend, and happy birthday to Carly Freda. Happy birthday, Tyler and Carly. Montana Tech 7, Southern Oregon nothing. 5:18 remaining in the first quarter. The Raiders' defense so far has done a good job of bottling up Wykeese Johnson, who has just 16 yards on 8 carries. Johnson did find the end zone on a 1st and 2 following a pass interference call. The big play in this game, the 44-yard pass by Jarrett Wilson to Nick Michelotti on the Ore Diggers' opening drive. Wilson looked to Michelotti again in the end zone, and they drew a pass interference penalty, which put the ball on the 2-yard line. And Wykeese Johnson taking care of business from there. But certainly some positives on the Raiders' side. You're bottling up the star player for Montana Tech. And the defense just now forcing a punt, giving the ball back to the Raiders. It's fresh Ison leading the backfield for the Raiders today. Fake handoff, quick throw to the outside, and it's broken up. Second excellent defensive play made by Christian Hansen, the Ore Diggers defensive back, and it's 2nd down and 10. Three receivers to the quarterback, Dom Montiel's left. Trevor Jasko, the lone receiver to the right. There's a man in motion. That's Donovan Glover. Pass is caught over the middle. Boy, that was not an easy reception, reeled in by Jeremiah Fallstick, the tight end. It was a tight window that Montiel was able to find Fallstick. That'll be good for 6 yards and bring up 3rd and 4. Montiel giving the play call to his compatriots. The Raiders break the huddle. Jasko, the receiver, at the bottom of your screen. Man in motion going from right to left is Glover. A little sidearm flick is pass complete to Rieger Sawyer. And Sayer crosses the 50 before being tackled. And it's a first down, Southern Oregon. Montiel was feeling the pressure. Montana Tech bringing extras into the backfield. And Montiel, reminiscent of one Patrick Mahomes, with a sidearm fling to get it around the oncoming defender, able to find Sayer. They'll hand it off to Sayer, who runs and just does get back to the line of scrimmage. A heads-up play by Dom Montiel. And that is exactly what you do when the defense brings the pressure. Find your release valve. In that case, it was Rieger Sayer. And Sayer doing the rest. Second and 10 from the 47. They got a man open. Pass is caught. Brandon Barthel to the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. 47 yards. Montiel to Barthel, who blew right past his man. Got probably 5 or 6 yards of separation. Montiel hit him in stride on the near sideline. And the Raiders answer back with 3:15 remaining in the first quarter. Raiders line up. They're going to go for 2 here. Out of the Wildcat, jump pass is caught. Dawson Douglas finding Garrett McCrary, but there is a penalty flag down, so hold everything. Penalty's going to go against Southern Oregon, so erase the 2-point conversion. And it looks like now the Raiders will settle for a point after attempt. Danny Cassette will kick this way, looking to tie this game up at 7. Kick is up, and it is good. 47-yard touchdown pass from Montiel to Barthel. And Cassette tacks on the extra point. We're all knotted up at 7. You're listening to Raider Football on the A Sports Radio Network or watching live on Go Raiders, SOURaiders.com.
To kick off for the Raiders.
Welcome back You're watching Raider football on SOURaiders.com or listening live on the Ace Sports Radio Network. And kickoff handled by Levi Torgerson. Torgerson makes a cut, makes a couple man miss, and is finally wrapped up just past the 25. Rennick Beck able to stop that run from getting out of hand. 47-yard pass by Dom Montiel to Rieger Sayer has tied things up with just over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Battle of two top 25 teams. Your Raiders ranked 24, hosting Montana Tech, ranked at number 7. The Ore Diggers back on the field. Fake the handoff. Wilson going to air it out. Man is wide open. That's Torgerson. And blown coverage is going to lead to a big play. It's going to lead to a touchdown. Now the Raiders sold out for the run. That's the second time today that this Raiders defense has been burned over the top. And the Raiders' lead is about as, well, excuse me, the game was tied. So about as quickly as you could answer, Montana Tech finds the end zone on the first play of the drive. A bobbled snap, going to be taken by the snap man. They're now in scramble mode. He's going to air it out, and it's incomplete. So a botched point after attempt will keep it at 13-7. But a 74-yard pass from Jarrett Wilson to Levi Torgerson puts Montana Tech back out in front. .255 remaining in the first quarter. You're listening to Raiders football on the Ace Sports Radio Network or watching live at SOURaiders.com. I mentioned in the pregame that Montana Tech runs the ball 3 times as often as they pass coming into today, but it has been the quarterback Jarrett Wilson's show. Wilson has eclipsed his season high for passing yards in a game today, and it is still the first quarter. He's got 123 yards passing after that 79-yard catch and run by Levi Torgerson. The Raiders have done a good job in this first quarter of limiting the run game. And star running back Wykeese Johnson. But it's been the passing game for Montana Tech that has done the damage. And specifically, that 74-yard pass, touchdown pass to Levi Torgerson on this most recent drive, and then on the opening drive for Montana Tech, a 44-yard catch to Nick Michelotti. And a very similar looking play where both receivers getting past the back line of the Raiders defense, able to pick up big yardage. However, the bobbled snap on the point after attempt on this most recent score by Montana Tech has them only up 6. The score 13-7 with 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The kick is away, fielded at the 2-yard line, and with a full head of speed. Now he tackled just past the 30. Brandon Barthel going to give the Raiders offense decent starting position on this next offensive drive. Montiel with 3 wide receivers to his right. Fresh Ison in the backfield with Montiel. They put Glover in motion. They hand the ball off to Ison, who has some room, cuts up the left side, and is tackled near the first down marker. That is the first positive run play of the game for Southern Oregon University. Fresh Ison picking up 9 on that scamper. Same formation, 3 wide receivers to the quarterback, Montiel's right. Ison at his hip. Montiel drops back, gonna air it out again, going long, looking deep for Trevor Jasko. Pass is incomplete as Jasko fell down. Fortunate that it was not intercepted, as the defensive back David Lowry was the only man standing down there. So that brings up 3rd down and 1 for Southern Oregon. Montiel changing the play call at the line of scrimmage. Man in motion is Ryan Pelton. They hand the ball off to Ison, who lowers his shoulder. It runs into some trouble, and a whole bunch of bodies are going to converge on Ison. Looks like Ison's helmet flies off at the end there. Tackled for a loss of a couple of inches. Brings up 4th down and 1. And it looks like the punt unit going to come on for Southern Oregon. The Raiders without their top running back, Gunnar Yates, nursing a left leg injury. And the punt is away. Fair catch called for and caught by Levi Torgerson. But a penalty flag coming down at the very end of that punt. Let's see what the call is. Likely when you see a penalty on a kickoff, it's usually the receiving team with the infraction. Let's see what happened. Holding call on Christian Hansen of Montana Tech will push the Ore Diggers back an extra 5 yards. 1 minute, 24 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Montana Tech will start this drive on their own 12-yard line. They lead 13-7. Empty backfield for Jarrett Wilson. And now we'll change up the play call and bunch things in to the line. They hand the ball off to Johnson. Wykees Johnson looking to make a move. Brings it up the gut and is tackled for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. Brings up 2nd and 6 from the 16. And again, Montana Tech starting in an empty backfield, and again, the quarterback Jarrett Wilson will bring everybody into the line of scrimmage. just Wykees Johnson in the backfield. They hand it off to Johnson again. Johnson up the middle and is tackled for a gain of about 3. First man there was Raiden House for Southern Oregon.
Tackled by Will Novola Jr. 3rd down.
That will bring up 3rd down and 3. Clock is running. Just 15 seconds remaining in this first quarter, and it doesn't look like Montana Tech is in any hurry to get a playoff before the end of the first quarter. Your score after 1, the Ore Diggers 13, Southern Oregon 7. Start of the second quarter, Montana Tech leading Southern Oregon 13-7. It's 3rd down and 3 from Montana Tech's own 19-yard line. Man in motion for Montana Tech is Levi Torgerson. Joins him in the backfield. The pitch to Torgerson off the left. And then Torgerson going to air it out. Pass is caught down the far sideline. Nick Michelotti picks up another big gain for the Ore Diggers. So a pitch and then a pass to Levi Torgerson. Torgerson connecting with Michelotti for his second long reception of the day. And a fresh set of downs for Montana Tech at their own 48. Jarrett Wilson, the quarterback, going to take it himself, breaks one tackle and able to fall forward for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. The pass from Torgerson to Michelotti went for 29 yards. And then the quarterback, Jarrett Wilson, using his legs to pick up 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 from the Raiders, 47. Torgerson, the man in motion, moving to the right. They're going to pitch it out on the left side. Pass complete to Nate Milanowski. Milanowski turns the corner, picks up a big chunk of yardage inside the 40 down to the 38. And they'll spot him back at the 39. So Jarrett Wilson, the quarterback for Montana Tech, already eclipsing his season high in passing for a game, and he's done it in the first half. He's going to air it out again, and a collision and a penalty flag going to be thrown downfield as Spencer Cuffle got caught up with the wide receiver Levi Torgerson. That's likely going to draw a pass interference penalty.
Pass interference, defense number 2.
That is the second pass interference call against Southern Oregon University in this first half. Montana Tech will have it on the 24-yard line now. Everyone bunched in at the line of scrimmage. Milanowski in the backfield. They hand it off to him, and he is dropped immediately. Maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe tackled for a loss. JoJo Sizz there on the stop for your Raiders. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1, bringing up 2nd and 11. It's been Nate Milanowski in the backfield for Montana Tech. Their star running back, Wykees Johnson, has not seen the field on this drive. 2 receivers to each side for the quarterback, Jarrett Wilson, in the shotgun. Milanowski to his left. Wilson takes the snap, Fakes the handoff, pass complete, short gain, and then a quick run back up the middle and a big hit taken by Dylan Snyder. Or correction, that was Cohen Castellitz on the catch. And it was indeed Snyder with the catch and run, able to pick up the first down or getting hit over the middle at the 9-yard line. So first and goal, they'll say from the 8 for Montana Tech. 3 receivers to the quarterback Wilson's left. Man in motion is Derek Pierce, the tight end. Comes into the line of scrimmage. They're going to fake the handoff. Wilson takes it himself up the middle and is brought back to the line of scrimmage by Braden House. They'll give the quarterback Wilson forward progress to about the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. So second and goal from the 4 for Montana Tech. 11 minutes remaining in the first half. The Ore Diggers leading 13-7. Once again, everyone bunched up at the line of scrimmage for Montana Tech. Wilson going to fake the handoff, roll out to his left. Feeling the pressure, escapes it, going to go to the sideline. Quick throw, incomplete. And I think Wilson, the pass was intended for Nick Michelotti, but I think really Wilson was just trying to avoid the loss of yardage. And that will bring up third and goal now from the 4. Wykeese Johnson back in the game for Montana Tech. Johnson, the star running back, has been limited in his effectiveness so far in this first half. Did find the end zone on Montana Tech's opening drive, but has been limited to just 2 yards per carry, and Montana Tech going to take a timeout. 10 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Third and goal from the 4 for Montana Tech when we come back. Montana Tech scoring a touchdown on their opening drive, an 88-yard opening drive, capped off by a 2-yard run from the running back Wykeese Johnson. The Raiders answered with a 44-yard touchdown pass from Dom Montiel and Brandon Barthel. And on the first play of the ensuing drive for Montana Tech, a 72-yard catch and run by Levi Torgerson. Montana Tech with the ball again here inside the 5. 3rd and 4, 3rd and goal from the 4. Shotgun snap. Wilson rolls out, pass over the middle is caught. Levi Torgerson in the end zone. Touchdown, Ore Diggers. Raider defense read it well. A perfect pass by Wilson. Able to hit Torgerson as he dove to the ground on a crossing route. The point after attempt is through, and that makes the score 20-7 in favor of Montana Tech. 10 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the first half. Special teams out on the field. Ryder Baranowski will boot it away for the Ore Diggers. And a touchback is ruled as the ball lands in the Raiders' end zone. The big play for your Southern Oregon University Raiders, 44-yard touchdown catch brought in by Brandon Barthel. Quarterback Dom Montiel correction, that's Rieger Sayer taking it himself up the gut and is tackled after a gain of 12. Now Rieger Sayer Such a versatile weapon for Coach Burke Brown in this Raiders offense. Sayer runs, can catch, can throw. Picks up a first down for Southern Oregon on that play. He'll head to the sideline and turn things back over to Dom Montiel with fresh Ison in the background. Ison rolls out to his left. Pass is caught by Ison, and he is tackled at the near sideline after getting back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard for Ison. And they'll give him 2 on the play. So 2nd and 8 for the Raiders on their own 38-yard line. 9 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 2 wide receivers to the quarterback Montiel's right. He'll do a quick pass, and it is reeled in, a high pass that is brought down by Brandon Barthel. Boy, that was out of reach of most wide receivers, but Barthel able to lunge up to about the 10 o'clock hour. Brings the pass in and sets up 3rd and 3 from the Raiders' 42. Montiel sharing the backfield with Rieger Sayer. Montiel, the quarterback. Sayer rolls out to his right. Montiel will take it himself and is immediately hit. Able to hold on to the football. The sack from Christian Hansen and Kellen Beller. Both there converging on Montiel. And the Raiders unable to convert on 3rd down. They will bring out the punting unit. Torgerson, the dangerous return man for Montana Tech, awaits the punt. It's a low punt, handled well by Danny Cassette. And fair catch caught for and reeled in by Torgerson at the 29 mark at the 30. 7 minutes, 52 seconds remaining in the first half. Montana Tech 20, Southern Oregon 7. Quarterback Jarrett Wilson with a coming out party, having set his season high in passing yards. He did it in the first quarter of this game. Fakes the handoff, now airs it out downfield. He's got Torgerson wide open. Torgerson with the catch, cuts upfield inside the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Montana Tech. That's the second time that Wilson has connected with Torgerson over the top for a score, for a long touchdown. This one going for 70. The score now 26-7. And that is twice now that Montana Tech have scored from 70-plus yards on the first play of the drive. So the big plays burning the Raiders right now as the point-after attempt is good. And a penalty flag comes in as some contact was made by the defense on the kicker, Casey Kautzman. Penalty is declined. Make the score 27-7 in favor of the Ore Diggers. 7 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the first half. You're watching Raider football on SOURaiders.com or listening live on the Ace Sports Radio Network. Special teams on the field for both schools. The score is 27 to 7 in favor of Montana Tech. The Raiders waiting to receive, hoping to put together an offensive drive and build some momentum heading into the second half. 7 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the second quarter as the kick goes through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Raiders have it, first and 10 at the 25.
The big play of the day for Southern Oregon University, a 44-yard touchdown pass from Don Montiel to Brandon Barthel. Montana Tech has had a couple of 70-plus yard touchdown catches to Levi Torgerson. And it's been a day of big plays for both teams, and right now Montana Tech with the lion's share of them. Hand off to Rager Sawyer, who cuts up the middle and gets stopped after a gain of about 3. Under 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Second and 7.
The Raiders marching upwind on this offensive drive. Fresh Ison in the backfield. The quarterback, Don Montiel, takes the snap and fires it near sideline. Pass is caught, turning upfield and tackled out of bounds. Trevor Jasko for a first down and a little bit more. Jasko tackled at the 41-yard line, a gain of 13. Two wide receivers to the quarterback Montiel's right. Trevor Jasko to his left. Montiel, quick pass over the middle. It's caught! A diving catch by Donovan Glover as he crosses midfield. They're going to spot him at Montana Tech's 43-yard line. Back-to-back first down passes for the Raiders. Montiel takes the snap. Gonna throw as he gets hit. Far sideline. Pass is incomplete. Broken up by Christian Hansen. Boy, Montiel showing a lot of guts on that play. Aired it out knowing he was gonna get rocked. And he did. Just an incomplete pass. Brings up second and 10 from the 43. Rieger Sayer to the quarterback Montiel's left. 3 wide receivers to Montiel's left as well. And in motion is Donovan Glover. Here's a snap. Quick pass is incomplete. Intended for Brandon Barthel. And that brings up third down and 10 for the Raiders. Clock stopped at 6 minutes, 21 seconds. Montiel gives the play call to his offense. Break the huddle. 3 wide receivers to the quarterback Montiel's left, 1 to the right. That's Trevor Jasko. Here's a snap. Pass over the middle. It is caught. Brandon Barthel brings it in at the 30-yard line to pick up a first down for Southern Oregon. A classic post route. Montiel able to find Barthel for a fresh set of downs. 5 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first half. First and 10 from the 31 for Southern Oregon. This time it'll be Rieger Sawyer taking the snap as Montiel rolls out to the left. Sager looking to take it himself, runs into his own lineman and then gets stuffed back as Sayer's helmet comes off at the end of the play. Loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd down and 11. The Raiders break the snap, or break the huddle rather. Donovan Glover and Trevor Jasko to the quarterback Montiel's right. Montiel takes the snap, he's looking left, gonna air it out left, pass is incomplete. Intended for Brandon Barthel. On the coverage was Damon Burns for Montana Tech. Brings up 3rd down and 11. Southern Oregon needing to put up points here after giving up 14 unanswered. They're going to hand the ball off to Ison. He's got room up the middle. Ison makes a cut, makes one man miss, stumbles forward inside the 25, and that'll be enough for a Raiders first down. Bold play call by Burke Brown, the head coach for Southern Oregon, going with a run play on 3rd and long, but it pays off. Fresh Ison with his longest run of the day to move the chains for the Raiders. They'll spot him right at the 20. This will be the first play of the day for the Raiders at the edge of the red zone. Montiel directing traffic, takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking to the end zone. He's got a man, it's caught! Touchdown! Brandon Barthel! The Raiders getting exactly what they needed, an answer. They cut the deficit to 14, looking to make it 13 on the 20-yard touchdown catch from Brandon Barthel. Excellent play design, excellent execution as Montiel and Barthel connect their 2nd score of the first half. Point after attempt by Cassette is up and through. The Raiders tack on the extra point, the score 27-14 in favor of the Ore Diggers. You're watching SOU Raiders football live on SOURaiders.com or listening live on the Ace Sports Radio Network. Dom Montiel to Brandon Barthel. 20-yard touchdown catch brings the Raiders back to within 2 scores. And so now with 4 minutes and 22 seconds on the game clock in this second quarter, Raiders going to try and not let this game get out of hand. The Raiders will receive the kickoff coming out of the halftime break. So a really important drive for the red and black here, as Cassette kicks the ball away. Levi Torgerson, the electric, ever dangerous return man, gonna get hit as he crosses the 25 and stumbles forward to the 26, maybe the 27. They'll give Torgerson the spot at the 29-yard line. 4 minutes, 16 seconds remaining. And if you are Southern Oregon University, the one thing you cannot do is get beat over the top by Levi Torgerson. Montana Tech has done this twice now on the opening play of the drive, going long for Torgerson, going for 70-plus yards each time in the score. Ball spotted here on the 29. They're going to hand the ball off to Wykees Johnson, who is hit at the line of scrimmage and is tackled. Going to fall forward for a yard. And that will bring up 2nd and 7. So a far fall forward for Wykees Johnson. We're going to give him 4 on that run. Brings up 2nd and 6. Clock continues to run. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Montana Tech with the ball on their own 27. Johnson rolling out to his left and is tackled for a loss. Gabe Foster. Correction. Spencer Cuffle getting into the backfield. And Southern Oregon going to take a timeout as Montana Tech now facing 3rd and 11, and Coach Brown looking at the game clock with 3 minutes 25 seconds left and seeing, heck, if we get a stop here, we can try to put together one more offensive drive before the half. So a big play by Spencer Cuffle getting into the backfield and tackling the running back Wykees Johnson for a loss. Turned 2nd and 4 into 3rd and 11 for Montana Tech. The Ore Diggers leading your Raiders 27-14. But a chance for Southern Oregon to build some momentum following the 20-yard touchdown catch by Brandon Barthel. And now an opportunity for this Raiders defense to force a 3 and out and give the ball back to Dom Montiel to try to put together another drive and get some more points on the board before both teams head to the locker room. So here we go. 3rd and 11 from Montana Tech's own 28-yard line. 3 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the first half. 2 receivers to each side for the quarterback. Jarrett Wilson takes the snap. Going to tuck and run. Has a lot of room to get there and isn't going to be able to. Tackled from behind by Raiden House. The Raiders will take their 2nd timeout and stop the clock at 3:18. And the Raiders offense going to have a chance to put more points on the board before we head to intermission. The punt is away. Fair catch is called for and reeled in by Brandon Barthel at the Raiders' 25-yard line. So Dom Montiel and Southern Oregon University, the offense will have 3 minutes and 12 seconds to put more points on the board as a penalty flag comes flying in. The only players on the field are Montana Tech's. You have to assume that penalty is going to go against them. Unsportsmanlike conduct called against Tell Arthur. Special teams player for Montana Tech is going to give the Raiders some extra yardage. And that's a tough pill to swallow if you are Montana Tech's head coach Kyle Sampson. A 15-yard penalty will put the Raiders at their own 40-yard line with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on the field for Southern Oregon University. Glover, the man in motion. Montiel hands the ball off to Sager, who gets stopped after a gain of about 2. Correction. Cole Coloma getting the carry for your black and red. Coloma will stay in the backfield as the Raiders get set for this 2nd and 8 from their own 42. 3 receivers to the quarterback, Montiel's left. Montiel looking left, quick pass. It is complete to Donovan Glover. He's dropped immediately after a gain of about 6. Brings up 3rd down and 2 from their own 48. Clock continues to run. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Montana Tech making some substitutions on the defensive side of the football. Approaching the 2-minute warning, we'll see if Southern Oregon wants to get a playoff beforehand. They will not. We have hit the 2-minute warning here at Raiders Stadium. The score 27-14 in favor of Montana Tech. Your Raiders with the ball on their own 48-yard line, 3rd and 2 when we come back. And now 3rd and 2 from their own 48. Montiel fakes the handoff. He'll take it himself. And I don't know if he got it. It's going to be close. Now that was Rieger Sayer on the carry. He'll award him 1 yard on the run. Brings up 4th and short. Clock running. 1 minute, 35 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It'll be Rieger Sayer getting the call from his head coach, Burt Brown. Clock continues to run. The Raiders looking to be in no particular hurry. And in fact, likely are just going to take the delay of game penalty. Or we'll take a timeout. Punting unit comes back onto the field for the Raiders, and it'll be public enemy number 1, Levi Torgerson, awaiting the punt. As now Montana Tech will take their second timeout of the first half. 1:13 remaining in the second quarter. And the Raiders again looking to punt on 4th and inches. Sept sends it away. It's a really good punt. Torgerson going to call for the fair catch and handles it just inside the 10-yard line. So Montana Tech will have 1 minute and 6 seconds. Try to march down the field. We'll see if they do so or if they are willing to concede and head to the half. Currently leading 27-14. And it does indeed look like Montana Tech willing to send this game to intermission. Kneel down by Jarrett Wilson. They will likely have to do that once more, if perhaps not twice, to run this game clock down. Now under a minute remaining in the first half. Been an exciting first half of action. Big plays from both teams. Montana Tech with more than an equal share of the big plays in this first half reflected in the score. And that second kneel down will bring us to the half. The Raiders will receive the kickoff when we come out of intermission. The score, Montana Tech 27, Southern Oregon 14. So some things to build on for Coach Burt Brown. But certainly a lot of things to shore up, namely limiting the big plays. That's been the difference so far in this one. Both teams have taken the field to get this second half underway. Montana Tech 27, Southern Oregon 14. Thanks for joining us here on SOURaiders.com or listening in on the Ace Sports Radio Network. Hope you are enjoying your Saturday wherever you may be. The Your Diggers special teams break their huddle. The kicker, Ryder Baranowski, into his trot, sends this one away. And the second half will begin with a touchback. The Raiders will start on their own 25. The Raiders have been using both Dom Montiel and Rieger Sayer interchangeably, sometimes both at once in the backfield. Sayer, a dual threat, passing, running quarterback. will give way to Montiel on the opening drive of the second half. Montiel fakes the handoff to Ison, rolls out to his right. Montiel has some time, looking downfield. Pass is incomplete. Intended for his tight end, Jeremiah Falstick. Or correction, no, that was intended for Brandon Barthel. But tipped by a Montana Tech linebacker. Brings up second down and 10 from the 25. Staggered wide receivers to the quarterback Montiel's left. He'll now send Dawson Douglas out. They hand the ball off to Ison, who breaks free from the right. Dawson with room to the 50, to the 40. Ison to the 30, inside the 25. Into the 20, a 55-yard run. Fresh Ison. Good for the longest play of the day for Southern Oregon. Here you see on the replay, Ison making a move, cutting to the right, seeing daylight, turns on the nitrous, and brings the Raiders to the red zone. First and 10 from the 20. Cohen Coloma in the backfield. They're going to go to the air. Trevor Jasko looking for it, got bumped as he went up for it. No flag on the play. And then there is a penalty flag, but it's going to go against Southern Oregon. A 10-yard penalty on the Raiders will push them back to the 30 and make it 1st and 20. Coloma in the backfield with Montiel. Montiel sends Barthel out in motion. Montiel able to escape some pressure and then immediately gets dropped back at the line of scrimmage. He will be tackled for a loss, but just a loss of 1. Montiel able to avoid the initial pressure and avoid going back even further, but the Raiders now going the wrong way after that big run ripped off by Fresh Ison. It's now 2nd down and 21. From the 31-yard line, trip wide receivers to the quarterback Montiel's left. Montiel in the shotgun. Got Coloma to his left. Montiel, quick pass. It's broken up at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. And now 3rd and long for the Raiders. Opening drive of the second half. Montana Tech leading 27-14. Clock stopped at 13:21. Two receivers to Montiel's left. Montiel has Trevor Jasko to his right at the top of your screen. Montiel back to pass. He's looking left over the middle. Incomplete. Well over the head of his intended target, Dawson Douglas. And that will bring up 4th down. Looks like Coach Burke Brown is going to keep the offense on the field for this 4th and 21. From the 31-yard line. Barthel to Montiel's right. Montiel steps back. Blitz is picked up nicely. They're going to air it downfield. He's got Barthel, and it's incomplete. Knocked out at the last moment by Christian Hansen. Good effort by Barthel, but just could not bring it down. And Southern Oregon will turn it over on downs. Montana Tech taking over at their own 31-yard line. Jarrett Wilson back on the field for the Ore Diggers. Wykees Johnson takes the handoff. No, it's fakes. Instead, a pass out into the flat to Torgerson, who is able to get to the edge before being pushed out of bounds at the far sideline inside the 35 down to the 38. Gain of 7 on the play brings up second down and 3. Two receivers to the quarterback Wilson's right. Man in motion is Nick Michelotti. Michelotti joins the line of scrimmage. They will hand it off to Johnson, who's immediately dropped in the backfield. Bryson Kievitz on the tackle for a loss. That will turn second and 3 to third and 6. Ball pushed back to the Ore Diggers' own 34-yard line. Nick Michelotti, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. Wilson steps back, rolls out to his left, looking for the edge, and somehow stays on his feet after taking a huge hit from Raiden House. A tough run from the quarterback, Jarrett Wilson. And it's enough for a first down. Raiden House going for it all, lowered his shoulder, put a big hit on Wilson, but failed to wrap him up or get him out of bounds. And Wilson able to stumble forward to pick up the first. Wilson steps back again, airs it out over the middle. Pass is bobbled and eventually caught. Levi Torgerson adding to his big day. Wrestled out of bounds at the Raiders' 38. Fresh set of downs for the Ore Diggers. Empty backfield now for Wilson. Johnson, the man in motion, they hand it off to him on a jet sweep. And into the backfield, making the tackle for a loss, is Spencer Cuffle. So again, the Raiders, the run defense has been really stout. But unfortunately, unable to prevent big plays in the passing game. Second and 14 from the 42-yard line. Wilson in the shotgun. Two receivers to his left, one to his right. Wilson pass over the middle is caught and brought down inside the 35 to the 33. Pass complete to Derek Pierce. Spencer Cuffle on the tackle. Brings up third down and 5. Third and 5 from the Raiders' 33. Snyder takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Milanowski, takes it himself up the middle, and once again, Jarrett Wilson, the quarterback, picking up a first down with his legs. So the quarterback, Jarrett Wilson, leading his team in rushing yards, and it's quite frankly not even close. Picks up a fresh set of downs. Ball on the 26. And early movement at the line of scrimmage. We'll see who moved first. 8 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The officials having a conversation. Let's see what the verdict is. It will go against Southern Oregon. It'll be 1st and 5 for Montana Tech on the Raiders' 21-yard line. 2 receivers to each side for Jarrett Wilson. Raiders showing blitz. They bring it. Pressure in the backfield. Wilson rolling out, able to find his man. Pass complete, and then immediately tackled on the far sideline. Levi Torgerson with the catch. Torgerson really just able to get back to the line of scrimmage to bring up 2nd and 5. And they'll say he actually lost a yard, but a penalty. Correction, no penalty. 2nd and 6 from the 22. Solo receivers to either side for Wilson. They hand it off to Milanowski. Milanowski running up the gut, fights hard, and is able to plow through for a first down. So 1st and 10 from the 16. 7 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Torgerson, the wide receiver, on the near sideline. Jarrett Wilson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking for the end zone. He's got a man open, and it's incomplete. Coming in on the play at the very last moment was Jalen Speed, able to break things up. Levi Torgerson was the intended target, looking for his 4th touchdown of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stopped at 7 minutes, 21 seconds. Montana Tech leading 27-14. Milanowski in the backfield with the quarterback Wilson. Jarrett Wilson will hand it off to Milanowski, and he is dropped immediately. Once again in the backfield, Bryson Kievit. Anybody not named Jarrett Wilson has had little to no success running the football against this Raiders defense today. That tackle for a loss by Kievit makes it 3rd and 13 from the 19. 3 wide receivers to the quarterback Wilson's left. Man in motion is Levi Torgerson. Wilson takes the snap. Dumps it over the middle. Pass is complete to Milanowski. Milanowski looking to make a move, but he is gang tackled. First man there was Raiden House, joined by Will Kanavalov. And that will bring up 4th down, and on comes the kicking unit. It'll be a 31-yard field goal attempt. Casey Countsman, the kicker for Montana Tech. Snap is down, hold is good, the kick is up. The kick is good. And that pushes the lead to 16. Montana Tech 30, Southern Oregon 14. Ryder Baranowski will kick it away for Montana Tech. It's away. And out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Dom Montiel will bring the offense back out onto the field. Brandon Barthel, receiver at the near sideline to the quarterback Montiel's left. Fresh Ison directly behind the QB. 1st and 10 from the 25. They hand it off to Ison. Ison bounced to the outside. Stiff arms a man and is pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 3. Rieger Sayer will check into the game. Sayer, a bit of a gadget player for Burke Brown. Listed as a quarterback on the roster. Has seen most of his work today done with his legs. They're going to motion Rieger out to the left. He's got it in the flat, makes a move, hurdles a man, stays on his feet and gets a couple more. Rieger Sayer showing off the bunnies. Now let's see that one more time on the replay. There goes Sayer over the man, over the defender. Trevor Jasko, the receiver to the far sideline. Barthel in the slot. 1st and 10 from the 36. Ball is snapped. Montiel surveys the field. Pass is caught by Jasko at the 9. Well, for a gain of 9, I should say, and then wrapped up. They'll spot him at the Raiders' 45. And Southern Oregon going with a no-huddle offense. Montiel snaps the ball quickly, hands it off to Coloma, who is looking for a hole but not going to get there. Tackled from behind by big Anthony Oakes. And so it is 3rd down and 2 now for Southern Oregon at their 44. Coloma stays in the backfield to the left of the quarterback Montiel. Jasko, the lone receiver, to Montiel's right. Sends Barthel into motion. Hands it off to Coloma, who breaks through for a Raiders 1st down. And now a whole bunch of people converging on the ball near midfield. Coloma is tackled, but not before. Picking up 4 and a Raiders 1st. Ball on the Raiders' 49-yard line. 2 receivers to either side for Montiel. Rieger Sawyer to Montiel's left in the backfield. Donovan Glover, the man in motion. They hand it off to Sager. And Sayer pushes forward to gain a yard, maybe 2. The Raiders across midfield, now on Montana Tech's 49-yard line. 2 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Sayer remains in the backfield with Montiel. 3 receivers to Montiel's left. Trevor Jasko, the lone receiver, to his right. Montiel sends Glover in motion again. Montiel steps back. He's looking far sideline for Jasko and incomplete. Miscommunication as Jasko stopped it around the 30. The ball landed out of bounds at about the 20. And so that will bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Raiders. Fresh Ison going to check back in to spell Rieger Sayer. Third down and 8 from Montana Tech's 49. Montiel takes the snap. Quick look to his right, now passes it complete at the 45 and then wrestled out of bounds was Brandon Barthel. That is Barthel's 5th catch of the day, but not going to be enough for a first down. It'll be 4th and 4, and the Raiders are going to go for it here. Fourth and 4 from the 45. Ison sharing the backfield with Montiel in the shotgun. Jasko, the lone receiver, to the left. They put a man in motion. It's Barthel. They're going to hand it off to Ison, who is looking for the first down. He runs hard, but I don't know if he got it. Ran to the left, and I think he picked up 3, but he needed 4. The Raiders unable to convert on 4th down, and will turn things back over to Montana Tech. 1 minute, 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Ore Diggers leading 30-14. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Raiders football on SOURaiders.com and listening live on the Ace Sports Radio Network. Montana Tech, their offense back on the field, will take over at their own 43. Quick dump off to the tight end, Derek Pierce, who gets tackled over the middle by, that was Jackson Jedrakowski making the tackle after a gain of 7 for Montana Tech's tight end. Ball on the Raiders' 49-yard line. Keith Johnson in the backfield with Jarrett Wilson. Wilson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, takes it himself, and falls forward for a gain of a couple. It'll be close. We'll see if they give him the first down or not. They will. Jarrett Wilson picking up yet another first down with his legs. Quarterback keepers have been extremely effective at moving the chains. Clock continues to run. We will head to commercial break as this third quarter comes to an end. Montana Tech 30, Southern Oregon 14. You're watching Raider football on SOURaiders.com. The Raiders, Montana Tech going to try to get a quick one, pull a fast one with the clock winding down. And let's see, a delay of game penalty going to be called on Montana Tech. I'm not sure if that was an intentional feint by Montana Tech or if they actually didn't know that they needed to snap the ball one more time before the clock ran out. But as it stands, it's a 5-yard penalty for Montana Tech. And their head coach, Kyle Sampson, is irate on the far sideline. And now we will head to the end of the third quarter, a very peculiar end to the third quarter. Jarrett Wilson takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to Johnson, who is tackled immediately. So again, the Raiders' run defense, has been impressive. Unfortunately, for Southern Oregon, most of the damage for Montana Tech has been done through the air. The star of the show right now, Jarrett Wilson, 270 yards, 13 of 16 passing, 3 touchdowns. 179 of those yards going to Levi Torgerson. Wilson going to go to the air again here, looking for it. Now will tuck and run and gets tackled about a yard past the original line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd down and long. Now Wilson also the leading rusher in the game for Montana Tech with 54 yards. Fresh Ison, the leading rusher in the game. Raiders running back with 79 yards. 3rd and 9 from the 49. Wilson in trouble, and he's going to get sacked. Gabe Foster brings down the QB. That'll bring up 4th down, and it looks like we've got an injured lineman on the field for Montana Tech. We're going to step away for a quick break. 13 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Punt unit is on for Montana Tech. Brandon Barthel back to return for Southern Oregon. Back at the 30 to the 35 is the punter, Aronowski, as that is bounced down inside the 25 to the 24. 13 minutes, 13 seconds remaining. 30-14 the score. Southern Oregon needing to put together a couple of offensive drives. Try and upset number 7 Montana Tech. Montiel joined by Cohen Coloma in the backfield. Montiel's got 3 wide receivers to his right. 1st and 10 from the 24. Montiel takes the snap. 3-step drop, passes it complete to the right side. Reeled in by Dawson Douglas. And that's Dawson Douglas's first catch of the game, and it's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 35 now. 2 receivers to either side for Montiel in an empty backfield. Montiel gets rid of it. Left side, pass is complete to Trevor Jasko for a gain of 5. They'll give him 6 on the play, brings up 2nd and 4. The Raiders wasting no time. 3 receivers to Montiel's right, 2 to his left. Montiel surveys the field, now cuts, pulls back, looking downfield, intended for Donovan Glover, who was open but just out of reach. Montiel having to make that pass on the move and unable to get it within reach of the intended target, Donovan Glover. That brings up 3rd down and 4 from the 41. And timeout is called by the Raiders. 12 minutes, 17 seconds remaining. 3rd and 4 from the 41. Montiel takes the snap, looks far right, and pass caught, but out of bounds, says the near sideline official, Trevor Jasko, unable to get his feet in bounds. Man, that was close. As the officials will converge. And they're going to look at this. They're going to take a look at this and see maybe if Jasko got his feet down. It is indeed a catch. Trevor Jasko, those quick feet, able to get inbounds. And that will move the chains for the Raiders. Ball now on their own 48-yard line. Once again, 2 receivers to either side for Dom Montiel. Coloma in the backfield with him. Montiel will get hit almost immediately. And the ball came out. Montana Tech is saying it's a fumble. The officiating crew, though, saying that Montiel was down before that ball came out. Still a sack for Montana Tech. And that brings up 2nd and 15. Trevor Jasko to Montiel's right. Brandon Barthel at the top of your screen at the far sideline. 2nd and 15 from the 48. As there's a collision of 2 Montana Tech linemen that's going to allow Montiel to run down the near sideline and get pushed out of bounds, crossing the 50 to the 47. It looked like Montana Tech had Montiel dead to rights, but a friendly fire collision in the backfield gave Montiel running room, and that brings up 3rd down and 5. Montiel quick snap pass is knocked down, intended for Barthel. Chase Thompson there on the coverage, and that will bring up 4th down. The Raiders in 4-down territory here, trailing 2 scores with just a few ticks over 11 minutes remaining in this one. Fourth and 5 from the 47. 3 receivers to Montiel's left. Montiel takes the snap. Pass over the middle, knocked down. Intended for Trevor Jasko. And that will be a turnover on downs for the Raiders, who have struggled on those 4th down conversions today. They'll hand things back off to the Montana Tech offense. 11:01 remaining in the 4th quarter. The Your Diggers leading 30-14. You're watching Raider football on SOURaiders.com or listening live on the Ace Sports Radio Network. Jarrett Wilson, one of the stars of the show today, back in the shotgun for Montana Tech. Hands the ball off to Nate Milanowski, who bounces to the right. Milanowski makes a move, crosses the 50, and gets to the 45 before running out of bounds. Milanowski picking up 8 on the play. And this run defense for the Raiders has been a bright spot today. Going to need to come up with another stop here. Nick Michelotti, the lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. Wilson fakes the handoff on the jet sweep, instead takes it himself, and it looks like the quarterback, Jarrett Wilson, is going to pick up yet another 1st down. And they will. Jarrett Wilson now eclipsed 50 rushing yards on the day to go along with 270 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. Fresh set of downs. Fakes the handoff. Wilson looking downfield again. Man deep is Torgerson. Pass caught. Touchdown, Raiders. That is the 4th touchdown catch for Torgerson, who is going to be flagged for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, making some hand gestures at the photographer on the sideline. But the points will count. 43-yard touchdown catch for Levi Torgerson, who's up to 222 receptions on the day. That pass also brings Jarrett Wilson over 300 passing yards, and they're going to pick up the penalty flag. So no unsportsmanlike conduct for Levi Torgerson, who is certainly public enemy number one here in Ashland today. Score now 36-14. Montana Tech lining up for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 37-14 the score. 9 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Wilson surpassing his season high, his season total in passing yards in the first quarter of this game. Now up to 313 on the day. In his most recent touchdown connection, all four of them going to Levi Torgerson, who's got 222 of those receiving yards. Low line drive kick on the ensuing kickoff is handled by Barthel, looking to make a move, crosses the 25, fighting his way to the 30. 9 minutes, 39 seconds remaining in this one. Montana Tech 37, Southern Oregon 14.
Tackled by Jack Keeney. It's the first down Raiders at the 30.
And it can certainly be argued that the Raiders not only held their own, but perhaps won the game in the trenches. Unfortunately, the big plays, over-the-top plays by Torgerson and Nick Michelotti have done more than enough damage to give Montana Tech control of this game. Montiel looking downfield, pass intended for Donovan Glover, sails over his head, incomplete, to bring up second down. Second and 10 now from the 30. Montiel passes out in the flat to Glover, who is dropped immediately. David Lowry on the stuff. And I think they're going to give Glover a couple of yards there to bring up third down and 8 from the 32. Clock ticking down, under 9 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Three receivers to the quarterback, Montiel's left. Montiel's looking that way, now looks right, flushed out of the pocket, going to heave it downfield near sideline, looking for Jasko, incomplete, and then a late hit. Laid down by Jace Thompson, no flag on the play. So a 3 and out for the Raiders offense. Clock is stopped at 8 minutes, 48 seconds. Levi Torgerson, the return man. And the punt is blocked. Nate Milanowski coming through on special teams for Montana Tech. And things unraveling quickly for the Raiders. Akaika Ho recovered the loose ball, tackled immediately. Wouldn't have mattered on that fourth down. Possession back to Montana Tech. First and 10 from the 32. Wilson will fake the handoff to Milanowski, rolls out to his right. Plenty of time, surveys the field. Little dump pass is complete on the far sideline to his tight end, Luke Belau. Belau able to get a couple more yards after the catch. Brings up second down and 2 from the 24. Man in motion, Wilson not feeling the pressure, able to get rid of it at the very last second. Braden House bringing the pressure. Wilson narrowly able to avoid the sack. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Was hurried by Braden House. It's 3rd and 2.
Empty backfield, and now they'll change things up. Montana Tech now bringing in a jumbo package. Milanowski in the backfield with Wilson. They'll hand it off to Milanowski, who's going to run forward and not get it, though. Raiders defense converging on the ball carrier. Brought back to the line of scrimmage, maybe lost a yard on the play. Brings up 4th and 3 from the 25. Clock continues to run. 7 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. 37-14 the score in favor of Montana Tech. And the Diggers going to keep their offense on the field for this one. Wilson fakes the handoff, now looking downfield, pass well behind the intended target, who was Tell Arthur, but a penalty flag comes in the backfield. Penalty going to go against Montana Tech. The Raiders will decline and take over on downs. So the Southern Oregon defense coming through. And we'll give the ball back to Don Montiel. Crazier things have happened in less than 7 minutes. The Raiders got 7:02 to put together something special. Montiel in the shotgun, takes the snap, flushed out of the pocket, passes it downfield, complete to Donovan Glover. Pass is good for 11 yards and a Raiders first down at their own 36. Brandon Barthel lining up at the near sideline, bottom of your screen. Trevor Jasko at the top. Montiel takes the snap, looks over the middle for Barthel. Pass is bobbled and dropped near the 50. That will stop the clock at 6:32. Second and 10 from the Raiders' 37. Jasko to Montiel's right, 2 receivers to his left. He takes a snap, quick look to Jasko, who reels it in from behind, sort of like the backwards from where his momentum was taking him as he crossed over into the middle of the field, able to reel it in to pick up 5, maybe 6, and bring up 3rd down and 2 at the Raiders' 45. Montiel looks to the sideline, gets the call from the coaching staff. The Raiders break the huddle. Under 6 minutes to go now. Jasko and Barthel to Montiel's left. They put Sager out in motion. The pass is complete over the left side of the field by Barthel, and that'll be enough for a first down right at the 50-yard line. Ball on the Raiders' side of the 50. Southern Oregon going hurry up. Pass over the middle is reeled in Luke Newell brought down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. Back-to-back first downs picked up by the Raiders. Clock approaching 5 minutes to go. 1st and 10 from Montana Tech's 31. Three wide receivers to Sayer's right as Sayer gets flushed out of the pocket. Montiel just able to get that ball away to Rager Sear. And so that will bring up 2nd down and 12, under 4.5 minutes remaining. Ball back to the 33-yard line. Two receivers to either side for Montiel. Coloma in the backfield, now gets flushed out to the left. Montiel, quick snap. Pass is caught for a moment, but then knocked out, incomplete, intended for Dawson Douglas. And up comes 3rd and long for the Raiders. Two wideouts to either side for Montiel. And a timeout will be called by Montana Tech. 4 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Raiders going to come out with trips wide receivers to the quarterback Dom Montiel's left. Trevor Jasko, the lone receiver, to his right. Montiel takes the snap, now will tuck and get sacked. Cole Graham coming in off the line for Montana Tech on the sack, and there's an injured Raiders lineman down on the field. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Back to the action, 4th and 15 from the 36-yard line for Southern Oregon. Montiel takes the snap, flushed out of the pocket to his right, throws on the move, and it's over the outstretched arms of Brandon Barthel. A turnover on downs. We'll give the ball back to Montana Tech with 3 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in this one. Looking ahead, the Raiders will play its 4th and final non-divisional game next week against the Frontier Conference East opponent Dakota State out in South Dakota. It'll be the team's first ever matchup. And then on October 4th, your Raiders are back home for their first divisional game against the Frontier Conference West favorites, Montana Western. Bulldogs taking their only conference last year against and as at SOU last year. Back to this one, Montana Tech, their offense back on the field. The handoff to Nate Milanowski, who brings it back to the line of scrimmage before getting tackled. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in this one. Montana Tech leading 37-14. A new quarterback into the game. It'll be a quarterback keeper. I believe that is Jake Casagranda. Correction, Isaiah Clonch was into the game just for that one run. Isaiah Clonch, quarterback keeper for no gain. Jarrett Wilson having himself a career day, finds himself back out on the field. 3rd and 10 from his own 36. Milanowski sharing the backfield with Wilson. They'll hand it off to Milanowski, who runs right and breaks one tackle, breaks another, dives forward to gain about 4, but a penalty flag comes down in the backfield.
Penalty marker. Picks up 1 yard.
It'll be holding called against Montana Tech. Pushes them back 10 yards. Will replay. Now that they will not take the penalty, Raiders will elect to decline it. Brings up 4th down with 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining. Brandon Barthel is back for your Raiders to return the punt. We've got a timeout on the field. We'll be right back after this. The Raiders did a good job of limiting Montana Tech's star running back, Wykeese Johnson. But it came at the cost of being vulnerable in the air. Barthel back to return it. It bounces off of Barthel, and fortunately for the Raiders, Donovan Glover there to dive on the live ball. So it will be Raiders football at their own 27-yard line. Minute 52 remaining in this one. Montiel calling an audible at the line of scrimmage. 5 wide receivers, 3 to his right, 2 to his left. Montiel passes complete on the right side, and then stumbling into the middle goes Brandon Barthel to pick up 9. Maybe 10. Yes, 10. They'll give Barthel the first down. That reception brings Brandon Barthel over 100 yards receiving today. First and 10 from the 38 for the Raiders. Montiel hands the ball off. And it's Cole Coloma. Runs up the gut for 7. Tackled at the 45. Under a minute to go now. Montiel sends Glover out in motion, hands the ball off to Coloma again, who bounces to the right side and gets tripped up just at the first down marker. That'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the clock will keep rolling under 40 seconds now. And the Raiders going to bring in tight end Ryan Pelton. And what will likely be the last play of the game. 20 seconds and counting. Montiel sends Barthel out right, and they're going to complete a pass over the middle. It's caught by Trevor Jasko at the 30. With only 7 seconds remaining, we'll see if Southern Oregon tries to pull off one more play here, and they will not. The clock will run out, and that is going to do it. Your final from Raider Stadium. Montana Tech 37, Southern Oregon 14. Final stats for Montana Tech. Jarrett Wilson, 15 of 20, passing for 321 yards, including 4 touchdowns. Also, the leading rusher for Montana Tech with 50 on the ground. Levi Torgerson, a career day, 220 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. For the Ravers, Dom Montiel used heavily, went 25 of 45 in the air for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. Fresh Ison, the leading rusher, 79 yards on the ground. Brandon Barthel with 104 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns on 7 receptions. Trevor Jasko, 6 catches, 64 yards. Donovan Glover, 5 receptions for 47 yards. Rieger Sayer, 3 receptions for 27 yards, and 1 reception each for Luke Newell, Dawson Douglas, Jeremiah Falstick, and Fresh Ison.